Welcome back, and now my senior colleague Bhamarami joins us to give us the latest on whether those movies that hit the big screen were actually hits or misses. Let's take a look.
And moving on to a Tamil film, Mudaledam. This is from the AVM stable, who AVM, as we all know, have given us a tremendous number of films. I think this is the 175th film. And it stars Vidhat, the hero who orders all, swept us away with his mind-blowing performance in Maina, which is again a very unusual film. Here again he plays an ordinary man, in fact he plays a rowdy. And what is this Mudaledam, the first place that he's aspiring for? He wants to be the #1 on the name board that every police station would keep in their vicinity. As the film opens, he comes out of the prison where he has been thrown because he has simply chopped off another man's hand. And his aim, as I said, is to become a bigger rowdy, so that everybody who sees his name, anybody who comes to the police station will shudder. That's what he says. And of course, he's got a mother who's, probably a mother that we've been seeing for so long now, a self-sacrificing but loving mother from the tenements of Tamil Nadu. Nothing new there. In fact, nothing new in the story as such, because on the one track we have Vidhat wanting to get his goal, and along the way one girl, school student, sees him, falls in love with him, and then while they are both trying to get to know each other, the typical political plot of Tamil cinema enters. There are two local bigwigs in the town, and each one wants to become an MLA, and how each was willing to go to the entire length, including kidnapping, etc., etc. So like I said, nothing new there. Had there been a little bit more originality in the plot and a little more care as far as editing is concerned, this might have made quite an enjoyable evening for you, but not a bad show from Vidhat. That's all we have for you this week. Next film of which I enjoyed in 4D, of course, I wanted to try out the 4D effect, in fact, is of course the Spy Kids. As you all know, Spy Kids is again a series where these very smart kids come and sort of settle everything that technology cannot. Being just smart, sassy, cool as they call it. Jessica Alba plays the stepmom, who is a retired spy, and her stepchildren Rebecca and Cecil, of course, get drawn into the entire plot. What is the plot? It is about a timekeeper who wants to end the world. And why does he want to do that? Of course, he's got a reason for it. And it's all about family. Family sentiment is what actually this film is woven around. Spy Kids all the time in the world. What is the takeaway from it? The one line that the director throws at you is this: it's not about how much time you have, but what you do with that time, which is what is important. So that is the takeaway for you. It's Friday again, and quite a number of movies have released this week. Of course, there's only one Tamil film, Mudaledam. I'll come to that later. In Hindi, we have Ram Gopal Verma's Not a Love Story, which is of course based on the famous murder. To get to Final Destination Part 5 first. Some of us may feel that it's an oxymoron. I did, at least, because Final Destination is there can be only one Final Destination, but then this is the 5th in the series. But you get the feeling that it is in fact the 1st in the series when you see this film. There are these a group of people who are on a retreat, colleagues who are on a retreat, about 30 of them or so, traveling in a bus on a bridge, and then one of them gets a premonition. He hurts his finger and he gets a premonition that there's going to be a huge accident. He pulls out his girlfriend, and from whom he has split. This is Sam who does all this. And then of course everything turns out to be correct. He pulls out everybody in time, at least the group of friends of 8, his close friends, including his ex-girl. But what happens later is what is very interesting. And as one of Sam's friends, Nathan, asks, what is this? What kind of karma is this? Because as you can see, there are these half a dozen of them who have escaped the jaws of death, but in freak accidents, every one of them dies. So somebody then comes and tells them that if you take another life, your life that you are about to lose can be got back. Convoluted logic, you might say, or fear of death, or the will to live, call it what you will. But for me, even though this is in 3D, the best moment is of course the accident on the bridge. That's an awesome shot. Don't miss it for anything. As for the film, yes, it's like all the other Final Destinations. People who love to watch all this gore and action in 3D would enjoy it, especially if they get the first 3 seats. That's where you get the best action in 3D, of course.
Well, keep watching NDTV Hindu. We'll be back shortly with more news and updates.